Most Beautiful Deaf Girl in Nigeria, in collaboration with Deaf Resource Center, held a press conference at Abuja in order to raise awareness for deaf rights and dignity through highlighting pressing issues and plight of the deaf in Nigeria. Janet Fashakin, the organizer and coordinator of Most Beautiful Deaf Girl in Nigeria, stated that the initiative behind the project is to echo the issues bedeviling the deaf community and also advocate for promotion of deaf rights in Nigeria.
We are using fashion, beauty, and glamour to drive awareness and advocate for the promotion of deaf rights in our society. Few of the rights we are promoting and advocating for are as follows. 1. Linguistic and cultural rights. Adoption and recognition of sign language as an official language to promote respect for the deaf. The Most Beautiful Deaf Girl in Nigeria event shall be made as sign language oriented program to showcase the beauty of the deaf culture. Point number 2, deaf culture. Most Beautiful Deaf Girl in Nigeria will be used in promoting the need for respect and inclusion of the deaf, because disability does not mean inability. Rather, it calls for an appreciation of diversity in the various creations of God. Third point, equal access to education. No age restriction or limit to the quality of education accessible to the deaf child. The professional teachers should be advocated for in all special schools for the deaf, and Most Beautiful Deaf Girls in Nigeria are key to this. Point number 4, access to health services. This is another agenda we are promoting. There is a need to bridge the communication barrier in our health care services available for the deaf. Sometimes many of us deaf want to deliver, but because of the absence of interpreter in the hospital, many of them have faced many challenges. We use this opportunity to advocate for their rights. Point number 5, political inclusion. We also advocate for political inclusion for the deaf, their right to vote and be voted for.
The representative of Deaf Resource Center, Victoria Adewola, said the center will continue to re-echo the silent issue that have been faced by deaf people and also seek for collaboration from the general public.
Deaf women form a very significant number of women around the world, and they are inundated with common problems that relate to women in general. We all know about these problems. But also more specific issues relating to their hearing impairment and lack of access to information. To a greater disadvantage, deaf women and girls, if not given the needed visibility, the SDG 2030 milestone will never be achieved. And so from goal 1 to goal 5, we'll talk about no hunger, no poverty, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, and above all, the goal 10, which is to ensure that inequalities are reduced to the barest minimum. The continuous global awareness on women's rights and promotions of women's dignity, however, does not include the specific challenges of deaf women. And so deaf women and girls continue to face barriers in health, in education, and employment. Gender-based violence among deaf women and girls are on the increase, and most of these cases go unreported, leaving deaf victims uncompensated and victimized. For this reason, Deaf Resource Center was established to re-echo the silent issues hindering the progress of deaf people, seek for collaboration and partnership with the general public, and to create opportunities that will empower them and give them a strong voice.
Lois Auta, the Executive Director, Network of Women with Disability, called on the Nigerian government to include the issue of deaf girls and women in the nation's agenda.
We want to see inclusivity. We want to see collaboration. We want to see investments. We also want to see opportunities and platforms being created for these young, outstanding ladies. I don't see it as beauty pageant, but I see it as bold, outstanding, deaf ladies that are ready to tell the world that they have the talents, they are productive, they have the gifts, and they also have the potentials to become whoever they want to become. This is a platform that governments and other institutions can key in to be able to empower deaf girls in the society.
I was crowned second runner-up in Miss Deaf in Nigeria at Lekki, Lagos. The contest was one of the best I have ever been part of. I have to challenge myself and put up the right kind of mindset. It was one of the best moments of my life because I pushed myself and I like the response that came after the event. September is Deaf Awareness Month. That is why we are here to announce about deaf community. My name, I am Queen Bosede Ola Odedina. I won Miss Deaf Nigeria as first runner-up in Lagos in 2019. I am here to use this opportunity and encourage our deaf that are outside who think that there is no hope in their disability. I am a living example here. I am not limited. I've gotten different talents and skills. Yes, I am deaf.
Dorcas Olariwaju, Voice TV, Nigeria.